All right. Looks like everything's up and running. Hello, guys. Welcome. Good evening. How are you guys doing? So, it's been a while since we started to stream, or even posted a video lately. It's been like ages for that. But don't worry, we have a lot of content coming in soon. I swear. I have like 7 videos that are just waiting uploading. There was a YouTube problem, some sort of, but there's like 7 videos that's waiting to upload tonight and tomorrow as well. So I'm gonna be bombarding you with content in the next period. But don't worry about that. There's a lot of things that we've been testing out. There's a lot of new content, and it's gonna be super fun. By the way, if you guys haven't done the survey yet, there's a survey for my channel. It's basically the whole point of the survey is just to basically just give a quick rating to my channel, and it's kind of mandatory from Lilith. So I'm just gonna send it in the chat right now. So as you can see, this is basically the form for that. So if you have some time to quickly check it out and actually just fill it up 1 minute, it will take that less than 1 minute. If you can do that after the stream, it will be wonderful. The purpose of this stream, right now we are on test server. As you can see, we have 21.6 billion gold and it's kind of insane. So the purpose of this stream is actually to test out a couple of the units that I wasn't able to test out in the videos. Usually these testings take a lot of time, and I'm going to display that right now, how much time that these actually take, because there's a lot of things that happen and a lot of factors that we need to take into consideration when we are testing out something. So I decided to actually do that in a live stream because I have more time privilege, and you guys can also communicate with me and tell me that you would like to see something happening right now in the stream. So that's actually kind of a much better way for us to communicate and have like a kind of a better quality stream for testing. And we have Lil Nahid. Yo, I have played server 1 to 30. And what's new in the game right now? So what's new in the game right now, if you haven't got to upgrade 5.0, we have a completely new unit system. We have the new modern unit system. I can show you that in a bit. Where it was? Yeah, there it is. So as you can see, we have about 126 units. Not totally new, but like tiers of units. So this is basically the new unit system. We have main battle tanks, helicopters, advanced bombers and fighter planes and whatnot, and we have all these kind of cool units right now over here. In addition to that, we have unit skins a little bit added to the game as well. We have some new base skins, and we have a couple of new officers as well. We have 3 new officers. So we have Rictus Reaper, where's the other one? Silver Comet, yep, there he is, and Berserker Bear, that would be this one. And I think you have got to the point where Savior of the Nation is there, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so we have a bunch of new kind of things and new ways to play the game. So yeah, we're going to be definitely checking those out right now. We're going to be testing out a couple of units. So the first units that I wanted to test out is actually one of my latest videos. So I posted a video about Berserker Bear, but I haven't actually tried him out in combat with rocket launchers, because if you don't know, Berserker Bear has this skill over here that gives an extra 5% more damage to the rocket launcher's firepower. So this is definitely worth a shot of trying out. So I'm going to definitely be trying him out in this stream right now. Thank you, Nemo. Thank you so much for the survey. So basically we have a lot of officers that we need to max out first, but for today, what I want to try out, the ATG, because I want to see this bad boy, how we can actually do that. So while we talk about this new ATG, I want to see how much Pendant this is going to be actually effective against those super heavy tanks, because as we know, we have like insanely strong super heavy tanks right now lately in the meta. So I want to see if ATGs are actually as strong or counter these super heavy tanks as well. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna max out this unit over here, and I wish it was this easy actually to max them out in the game as well. We have unlimited resources and whatnot. But yeah, so basically we're gonna try and max these out, try them in combat, and try them against Howitzer. I want to see these, how they perform against the Howitzer versus the super heavy tank, and how fast they can actually take those super heavies down, especially with the high pen. So I'm expecting to pen those heavies multiple times, even though they are super strong. But we're gonna try out and see for ourselves how strong we can get those two. So let's go ahead and max this one out. It's almost there. This is actually super exciting because what we think we're going to be doing today is we're going to be testing out what is better to actually power up first, your ATG or your Howitzer. And this is basically a maxed out ATG. This is how it looks like, 140k. We don't put parts over here because they influence a lot the battlefield, so we're not going to be putting any parts on any of the testings that we're going to be using today. So we have these maxed out. Let's go ahead and max out the rocket launchers as well. So we're going to do this, and that is almost a maxed out rocket launcher. We still need a couple of things over here. Please let me know if the voice and sound is actually good. If it's too loud or anything, we can lower that down a little bit. And also the music in the background, we can lower that sound as well if it's too loud. But if everything's going well, then that's beautiful. So we're going to be maxing out this rocket launcher. We're going to be trying out these different artillery units with different officer combos, because we have a lot of officer combos right now that we would like to try out. And I really would like to try out Berserker Bear versus... I've tried him out already versus the strongest combo that we currently have for artilleries right now, which is Shevchenko and Saber of the Nation. But what I'm actually looking forward to is doing a retry on that while I use him on a rocket launcher. Now, as we know, rocket launchers do not have any kind of pen damage. Compared to their there's a lot of damage happening over here from the Howitzers. So I'm guessing that this test will definitely fail. But in terms of mobility and everything else, I think those rocket launchers would be amazing. Will do an amazing job, actually. So I just want to test out the timing, you know, get a sense of the timing that we're actually going to be facing right now. Against myself over here, basically. So I have multiple behemoth units. We're going to be putting those out right now. So we have in total 3 of those, actually. One of them has officers. So as you can see, this is one empty. This one is with full officers. So it has 2 officers, which are basically Steel Fighter and a maxed out as well Spanner. So these 2 together. Now over here, we can just throw out... So I really wanted to use Berserker, but I wanted to use something else, someone else with him that's actually also very, very powerful. And I'm not sure exactly which one to go for, but because we have the time right now, we can try out different combos. So we can either use Shevchenko, but I know that Shevchenko is already going to be used with Saber of the Nation, so I'm not going to actually be using that. Instead, I'm going to be using either the Eruptor or War Machine. So I'm going to start with the Eruptor for now, testing this out, and then we're going to be doing War Machine and see if that actually makes a difference. So this is basically the first combo that we have over here. And before we actually do that, we could try out a fair out test without any kind of units, officers, to see out whether the Howitzer is going to do a better job, or which units will actually take out the super heavy faster. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to actually be taking out the troops from everywhere. So as you can see right now, these 3 units are exact similar, no officers at all. And what we're going to do is take out the officers as well from over here. So we're going to take this out, and we're going to be doing a quick test right now to see which one of these units is going to be able to take out the super heavies faster. Now, this is definitely going to be probably the Howitzers or the ATGs. I mean, the rocket launchers are not even kind of in the game when it comes to taking out super heavies. But we're going to be definitely trying those out and seeing for ourselves if that's actually going to be like a test worth doing. So I think this is kind of a nice way to challenge between the Howitzers and the ATGs. But I'm also interested in these rocket launchers and seeing how they perform on a high level. Let's see. So let's go ahead and test that out right now. So we're going to start off rocket launchers, these ones and these ones. So just want to see that the screen. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and zoom that in so that you guys see this much better. So, okay, we just started with the ATGs doing massive damage on the right side. So I expected the ATGs to do a lot of damage, but I did not expect that much damage. Now, remember, this test is without any officers. And so far, it looks like the rocket launchers are actually doing a decent job as well. But they're not in match for the ATGs at all. Same goes for the Howitzers, to be fairly honest. The Howitzers aren't actually doing a lot. So the ATGs already took down those units over here. So I'm going to actually be stopping the fight right now. Because as we can see, this is going to take a lot of time, first of all. And it's not really a test that's worth doing at this point, because we know that the rocket launchers aren't going to win, because take a look at the HPs right now. But I was super surprised that the ATGs were able to deal so much damage. And as you guys can see, these ATGs are actually lethal. When it comes to the end game, they were able to take down a super heavy so fast, and it was a bit crazy. So let's go ahead and train those super heavies back quickly, and we're gonna actually be going back to the base, healing those quickly, just for a second, while we do the officer combos that we're gonna do over here. So the ATGs obviously outperformed definitely on this manner. And if I think that if we were to put officers over here, then the Howitzers are definitely going to be better than the rocket launchers. But what would happen if we put officers on the ATGs versus rocket launchers as well? Will that actually affect the fight massively? Or will the ATGs still perform really good? So let's test that out for ourselves. Let's go ahead and see what officers we have over here and try and max them out quickly so that we would try out different officer combos. I really want to check out War Machine on these rocket launchers. I think he's going to be doing a really good job. So let's go ahead and get War Machine in the game. Who do we need also? Maybe Guardian of Truth? But I do like Guardian of Truth, but I don't think he's just like gonna be doing an amazing job on artillery units, to be fairly honest with you guys. So that's why we're probably not gonna go for him right now. But in terms of artillery, what do we want to try? So I really want to try out something that increases the penetration. So this one is actually not that bad in terms of penetration, because we have over here, and then we have Death Adder as well. But I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you guys. So definitely War Machine is worth giving a shot. And I want to go with something crazy right now. So in terms of the Howitzers, we're going to go with the best combo that is currently out there for the Howitzers themselves. Let's go ahead and do this, right? So right now we have super high kind of like range, and we're going to be testing out this combo right over here. In terms of the ATGs, we're going to be testing out a different combo. So we're going to go with... I'm going to go with Berserker Bear. I really want to try this one out on him. It's going to be a weird one, but War Machine as well. Now, this is a weird combo. I don't know if this is going to work. Probably Eruptor would have been a better job, done a better job, to be fairly honest, because he's artillery based. But I really wanted to try out War Machine. So let's give this a shot, because that will increase kind of the times that those fire up. And as you can see, they are similar power right now. And let's go ahead and get the other account ready as well. So we're gonna go ahead and, for this test, unfortunately, we don't have duplicated officers. But what we could do is actually we could switch this up. So I'm gonna actually be doing that. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do a switch up between these two accounts. And the switch up is gonna be as follows. So we're gonna be doing the Howitzer on the other account. And we're gonna be doing the so as you can see right now, we have a super heavy that is out there. That is a maxed out as well, super heavy. Now we're gonna do as well a Howitzer. Now this Howitzer is exact same this march over here. It's exactly the same as this march. And instead of the Howitzer right now, we're gonna output this behemoth. So we're gonna go with Steel, Fighter, and Spanner. That is beautiful. Okay, so that sounds about right. We just need to switch these up. Should be good to go. Let's go to the maximum range over here. Yeah, that's the maximum range. Okay, so we can fire up from over here. That's just fine. Okay, that's perfect. So we have maximum range on these, and we have also these. So let's take a look if a maxed out Howitzer with really good combo in terms of officers can beat a kind of mediocre combo. I don't know if this is actually a good combo for these ATGs, but I think War Machine is actually good for ATGs, but let's try them out. And can they actually beat that or not? So we have exactly mirror super heavies right now over here. Let's see if that is actually going to beat it. Let's go ahead and fire up these, and we're going to fire up these as well. So we started off with the Howitzers first, but let's see if we can... Oh my god, look at that damage. That's just massive. But also here we're dealing some damage. And War Machine, there we go. That is some massive damage coming up from the this unit over here. And oh my god, we just took him out. So that the other way around, we're still at half HP. And I'm gonna just leave this battle and see how much time we're still gonna take. So that's about like 10 seconds now. And it's still counting. And we just took him out right now. So that was like about 15 seconds difference between these two units. And that is actually pretty insane, if you ask me. Because this combo over here should not be able to beat those super heavies this fast. But because of how insanely powerful the ATGs are and how high their armor penetration is, we're talking about 774.3 millimeter armor pen, which is insane. Considering the fact that we have also like super heavy that is extremely highly armored. Look at this slope armor over here. But when it looks, when you look at this one over here, we don't have any armor pen, but it has a lot of damage. So theoretically speaking, artilleries are much better against all units, but units with super heavy armors, like super heavies, basically. So the ATGs would definitely do a better job against those. Now the question is, are they actually worth investing in so that you would actually be able to counter one of these units? Because from the looks of it, Howitzers are really a solid unit, especially for the end game as well. Like, I mean, like, take a look at this when it comes to base hunting. If you want to take out the base, look at this like how much, like you can attack this base all the way from over there, right? But when it comes to ATGs, you have to actually get close to the base, and you're basically getting your units really close to there so that they would actually be attacked at this moment. It's very easy to actually just pop out a couple of units, take this unit out, but in terms of here, you still have a couple of like some space in order to actually run out of this, unless like it's a light tank that's actually trying to follow you up. But from the looks of it, I'm really enjoying more the Howitzers rather than the ATGs, even though they're super OP at this point. So what do we want to test out more? Let's go ahead and actually replenish those quickly. We're gonna train this side, and we're gonna train... How much is left on this? Yeah, we have 3 minutes. Okay, so we're training the other side as well. So what do we need to test out right now? So I wanted to test out the difference between these two Howitzers, but we know that the firepower is massive. Like this one over here is definitely much higher power than this one, even though that this one has a higher alpha. So if you take a look at the damage, that's 544, that's 539, and that is 3.55 shots per second. That is 3.03 shots per second, which is much higher. So overall, to be fairly honest with you guys, this definitely has more firepower. And I'm not sure exactly why would you go for the other Howitzer, unless like you have two Howitzers already maxed out, and you're definitely using those a lot in the game. But I think the meta is definitely going to be changing, especially with the addition of helicopters to the meta. That's definitely going to be changing a lot. So what we need to test out right now is actually... I wanted to test out these rocket launchers, how they perform with Berserker Bear against any like other traditional combo that is for artillery. So we're gonna go with Berserker Bear, and we're gonna go with War Machine, because this is basically the usual combo that we go for these. And we have also rocket launchers that are presented in the other side, so we're gonna go with those as well. So let's take those out here. Let's put this here. So what we're gonna do on the other account is actually we're gonna be doing a different combo. So the combo that we're gonna be doing on the other account for the rocket launchers are, we're not gonna be including Berserker Bear. Instead, we're gonna be going with War Machine and Erupter. I think this is a good combo that is very usually used on these. But let me just go ahead and max out War Machine over here because it's not maxed out yet on the other account. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that in 1 second. Okay, War Machine is maxed out. That's beautiful. Okay. So we're gonna go War Machine and, as we said, Erupter on the other one. Or should we go Erupter War Machine? Okay, I think that's better. Or actually War Machine and Erupter I think are better just because we want to... Well, actually, it's kind of a debate because they're both good. They both have good skills. So we're gonna go War Machine Erupter, actually, I think, because that's just definitely more worth it in terms of the timing. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so we have these units ready as well. And of course, this one over here is also ready. Let's go ahead and switch officers real quick. Beautiful. So right now we have maxed out over here. These ones are still piling up. We just need 1 minute to take those out. Let me return those howitzers while we do that. And let me just take out these quickly as well. Oh, we haven't defeated level 1 ravens. Okay, that's kind of embarrassing. We have maxed out units. We haven't taken out a single level 1 raven. Okay. So we've moved to the other one to the location. So what we're running right now is 2 maxed out rocket launchers. The first one has Berserker Bear with that would be War Machine. So this one has Berserker Bear with War Machine. This one has War Machine and Erupter. So this is basically what we have on the second one over there. This is almost done. We need 2 more units, as you can see, and we have that done. And we can start fighting the other section as well. I'm using this 2 account strategy because sometimes it's much faster to just like do this 2 account instead of just doing it 2 times in a row. That would be actually much faster. So how are you guys doing tonight? What are you guys doing? How's everyone? Which server are you from as well? That would be wonderful to know. Let me just go ahead. All right, so while that works, okay. Beautiful. That is finished right now. So let's go ahead and fire up this one first and then this one second. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what's gonna happen right now. So this is gonna take some time. I should have probably went with no officers, but I actually wanted to see how this would unfold and how much time these would actually take. So Berserker Bear and War Machine versus War Machine and Erupter. Let's see how much damage these guys are going to be dealing. So far, War Machine and Erupter are actually doing a better job at this. Even though Berserker Bear is actually kind of specialized for rocket launchers. But let's see how that's actually going to unfold. So these guys are doing like kind of more damage, but it's kind of very close still. It's not over till it's over. So let's see. We started over here like about 2 seconds. So we're gonna give those guys on the right 2 seconds kind of head start. But it looks like they're gonna need more than that. Okay. So the left side are still doing a really better job. Traditional officers are doing a better job. Maybe I should have went with Erupter instead of War Machine on the right side. That probably would have been a better job. I don't know. But I mean, we're trying out different combos, but it's actually super close. We're almost there, and that is almost the same time. So I would say like just a little bit faster to the left side, like probably 1 or 2 seconds, but that's almost the same time. So technically speaking, this I probably thought that Berserker Bear is going to be definitely much more worth on rocket launchers, but apparently this officer is not giving me much chances to actually like him a lot, to be fairly honest with you guys. Even though with the 1500 damage coefficient, which should actually be really good, it wasn't performing super well. And even with the flaming meteorites and everything else, this officer was not super performing well. Maybe with Erupter, we would do a better job. That's actually a maybe. A big maybe. But we definitely have seen this so far, and it's not actually that huge of a difference. So, from the looks of it so far, this officer is not really super strong, so that I wouldn't recommend going for him really fast at the beginning. What I would recommend though is actually maxing out War Machine and Erupter first, because they're actually doing a decent job at this. Because this officer is going to be unlocked later on within the game. I think that is 183 days, if I'm not mistaken. So, definitely I would focus more on Saber of the Nation and Shevchenko, maxing those out first. And then maybe, if you're looking for one more artillery officer for rocket launchers, then definitely this one is going to be your artillery officer for rocket launchers. Because if you have this setup right here, so let's say we have exactly this setup right now. This, and this. So we have like 4 artillery units. What are we going to play right now? Because there's so many options. So on the Howitzers, or on the Liberty Howitzer, I would definitely go for this combo. This is hands down the best combo for Liberty Howitzers. It's just so good. So you can't just go like differ this combo out. When it comes to ATGs, however, if you're gonna run any ATGs in your roster, then definitely you should go with a different combo. So what combo would you go for ATGs though? I was thinking of maybe actually one officer that is completely kind of like really not taken into consideration is Winter Huntsman. He's a really solid officer. And another one would actually be Tip of the Spear along with Percy. These two together are actually pretty good. So Winter Huntsman over here deals a lot of damage and does help out a bit with increasing the firepower and whatnot. But what I would go for is actually what I'm thinking right now is I would prefer going for a rocket launcher for Martyr's Watch instead of going for the other Howitzer of Martyr's Watch. And the reason for that is going for these two together requires a hell lot of investment. So I would stick to the Howitzer that is Liberty, which is the better Howitzer, and I would go for another rocket launcher. And the reason for that is rocket launchers are extremely mobile, guys. Like, take a look at this speed over here. Let's do like a quick speed test, right? So we're gonna move these two together right to a certain point. And let me just get those back to the base. So, nope. Okay, there we go. Let's actually do something else. Let me just do squads, these one with this one. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna move them to a certain point, right? So we're gonna be doing this squad, then moving over here. Oh, that doesn't work. Wait a second. It's just not allowing me to do so. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna give the Howitzer a head start, right? So we're gonna give a Howitzer a head start. That's let's go ahead and move them to this point over here. Take a look at this speed. We give a Howitzer a head start, and it's just like already over there, right? So in terms of speed, in terms of mobility, in terms of fighting in a battlefield, right to the ground, definitely those guys take the lead. But when it comes to Howitzers, then attacking bases and sustaining against other kind of units that are attacking your base, the Howitzers definitely take the lead. So these two have two different functionalities in the field, and having these two in your arsenal is super important. That's why rocket launchers and howitzers are as important as each other. So that's why I would go for one of these and one of these, but I wouldn't go for this one, especially because it just loses its like kind of strong, because we already have like another one that's already super strong. So why would you go for the another one? ATGs are still debatable because there are so many good units. Like definitely you need one helicopter at least in your roster and another super heavy, because super heavies are just like extremely tanky. We haven't seen them right now in the field because they weren't fighting, but if they were actually fighting, that healing and shield is gonna be absurd. I don't think there's any unit that's right now in the ground unit can take these head to head. Super heavies are always gonna be winning. So that's why you need super heavy, one of these howitzers, and a rocket launcher, and then you would need definitely a helicopter. Preferably, I believe Vanguard's helicopters are the best. Let me double check for you guys, but I believe that Vanguard helicopters are the best. So that's 1.56 against 1.57, and then we go Vanguard. Yeah, definitely Vanguard. 1.71 over here. Super strong helis. So that's 4 units, and then afterwards you can either choose a main battle tank, or you can go for the light tanks, which are also very good because they're against air units as well, which is super like helpful in the late game. Or you could go for an ATG if you're more like into kind of destroying super tanks, because these super heavies are going to be a problem for the other units. Even for ATGs, if they can catch up to those, it's going to be a problem. But in terms of speed, how much faster are the ATGs? So this is 27 and this is 17, so that's actually bad. They're gonna catch up to those and eventually like screw them up, unless you're actually like shooting from behind while you have like kind of a front line protecting your ATGs. So that's, in that case, you'll actually be doing a lot of damage to those super heavies. But you definitely need some ATGs in your base when you're doing some base protections. You definitely need those. So basically, so far, I think 40 units are super important to be in your roster if you're liking to build like kind of this fighting mobile roster that's also very good at base defense. Howitzers for liberties, rocket launchers, super heavies, helicopters for vanguards, and then a 5th one that is depending on your playstyle. If you're more into field fighting, then maybe light tanks or main battle tanks would be your thing. Or if you're more into base defense and base against base, then ATGs would be your thing. So it depends on your playstyle. You can also rock another helicopter, to be honest. Like helicopters are super strong. You can rock 2 helicopters and just like move them around the field, go crazy with them, with like massive mobility. It kind of depends on your playstyle at this point. But I really wanted to test those out and show you guys like what different combos you can go with modern units. We're definitely going to be doing more videos of this in the future. I wanted to like make more structured videos. This one was more spontaneous, and I wanted to go live actually again after this. Actually, or maybe tomorrow, because we wanted to do the chapter 2 of the thingy over here. What is it called? Operation Ops, the Ops Center. Chapter 2. We haven't done that before. We haven't done that yet. You guys probably did that, but we can have fun together tomorrow. We're going to be doing that. We're going to chill around and do a couple of things over that. I hope you guys did like this live stream testing so far, and if you did, maybe, hey, throw us a like down there and consider subscribing to the channel if you're not yet. Thank you so much for watching, and we will definitely see you on the next video or live stream in the future. Have a great day, night, depending on your time zone, and see you soon.